So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. We'll break it into sections. First will be a foundation and moisturizing and foundation routine, and then we'll do the sculpting and blushing and highlighting routine, and then the eye routine, which is based out of the Naked Basics palette. That is a wonderful way to get a polished, finished, clean look that's understated but still has definition and pizzazz to it. So I hope you enjoy these tutorials, and thanks so much for watching, and welcome to my channel, Grown Up Beauty. The thing that I do that's always my go-to moisturizer is my Aveeno Positively Radiant, and this is great. It's affordable, it works, and I've tried all different kinds of more expensive face products, and really I just have dry skin. In the evening I might put on a little bit more, but this is just, I use this pretty much all the time, but really I'm very happy with this, and it has a really nice complementary, you know, it just leaves my skin dewy, but it soaks in and it's not greasy. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll add just a little bit of extra eye moisturizer, and the one that I really like right now, it's very light, is my MAC Mineralized Charged Water Moisture Eye Cream, and it's very, very light. There it is. And I take just a little bit on my fingertip like that, and I go like that, and I just kind of get into where, you know, there's going to be more wrinkles. And the absolute secret to wrinkles is moisture. Wrinkles are more pronounced when the skin is dehydrated. And you can put moisture here, and you can even put it here, but sometimes where we tend to get a few more wrinkles, adding even a little bit more moisture is always a good thing. So now I want my lips to be plump by the time I put my lipstick on. So I definitely want to put a nice product on, and this is the NIVEA Vitamin Swirl, and I think this is like a kiss of Vitamin Swirl, and I think it's like a strawberries and cream kind of flavor, and has just a little tiny bit of color. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Photoready Perfecting Primer. This is the only color that it comes in. It's just a nice neutral. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it on top of my lotion, kind of one right after the other, using my fingers. And I slow down right here, and I want to make sure I get the primer in and around my eyes, especially where I'm going to have those little whiskers. You know, the little smiley wrinkles. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go along with my Revlon Photoready makeup in shell. This is their liquid foundation in shell in the Photoready. I really like the Photoready. It goes on really nicely. It acts almost like another moisturizer, which is always good to have. And it soaks in, but it also has a light dewy finish, which I think is really good, because that moisture element is what will help it's a matting, but it also, if we go too matte, let me put it this way, if we go too matte, then it starts to look cakey and layered. And so the reason why I'm putting all three layers on, one right after the other, is I want them to kind of all combine together as if it were just part of our own skin. And I make sure I get it in my smile crease and in here. So I'm just patting it in those little areas just to make sure that I'm not wiping it off, but I'm patting it into those areas because that's where it needs it. Okay, so that is that is my foundation routine. It's really simple and it gives you a nice base. Sometimes people have darker eyes. They can use a BB cream. Still on the hunt for a BB cream, but I also don't need a whole lot at this stage, which I'm very lucky about that. But it doesn't hurt to put just a little bit of a brightener under here to accomplish a little bit of a lighter eye under there. Okay, one thing that I will do for a brightener is sometimes I will do the Revlon, and this is just like the cream foundation in Ivory Beige, which is a lighter color than my own skin. And I picked a cream and I picked a lighter color because that can act as my brightener. And it's thin. It's just kind of a thin, and if I just take that and sweep that under this area, that's really all I need. And I'm accomplishing that purpose like that. And it acts as a concealant, but it's not so heavy that I'm getting cakey. And that's the big thing we really want to avoid, is that whole cakey thing. Okay, so now if you want to stop there, you can stop there. Now, you could put on a powder, just to, put some powder on top. I don't like to do that because I will start to look too matte and just too dried out. You have to be really careful about that kind of thing. What I have found is that by the time I put my bronzer and my blush on and then my highlighter, and I've kind of dabbled whatever's on the brush over the rest of my face, that serves as my powder. And I really don't need any more than that. And so a lot of what we're doing is less is more, but still putting things on there to kind of give that nice palette of, a nice clean soft palette. So this is my foundation, and now we'll go into the next step of the blush and bronzing and sculpting. Thanks for watching.